Before the first human foot ever touched the earth, who or what walked this planet? The Quran tells us about humanity, angels, and the jinn, but ancient Islamic traditions speak of even older beings, mysterious predecessors who ruled the world long before Adam. This is the story of the Hinn and the Binn. These names might not be familiar to many, as they are not explicitly mentioned in the Quran. Instead, their story comes to us from pre-Islamic Arab legends and later Islamic folklore, particularly through the writings of early historians and commentators like Al-Tabari and Al-Masud. These scholars collected oral traditions and ancient tales that painted a picture of a primordial earth teeming with life forms that are now lost to time. According to these accounts, the earth was not empty when it was prepared for humanity. It had seen civilizations rise and fall, ruled by beings created by Allah, each with their own nature and destiny. The first of these pre-human inhabitants were said to be the Hinn. They were described as creatures of a lesser, more primitive form than what was to come. Some traditions suggest they were made from a scorching fire, similar to the jinn, but were perhaps a simpler or more animalistic race. The Hinn are often depicted as living in a more primal state, closer to the natural world, inhabiting the forests, mountains, and vast wildernesses of the ancient earth. Their time on the planet was long, but their story is one of transition, a stepping stone in the cosmic history of creation. Following the era of the Hinn, a new and more sophisticated race emerged. The Binn. The term Binn is believed by some linguists to be related to the Arabic phrase Bain al-Jinn, meaning between jinn and man, suggesting they were an intermediary form of creation. The Binn were considered more advanced than the Hinn. They developed societies, built structures, and established a more complex dominion over the earth. However, with greater intelligence and power came greater potential for corruption. The narratives say that the Binn, much like humanity would later, fell into pride, jealousy, and conflict. Their civilization, once magnificent, became consumed by internal strife and bloodshed. This corruption and chaos on earth did not go unnoticed. According to these traditions, Allah sent forces to deal with the rebellious Binn. Some accounts suggest that an army of angels was dispatched to cleanse the planet. Other, more popular versions of the story, particularly within Sufi and mystical circles, claim that it was the jinn, under the command of a pious leader named Azazel, who were sent to battle the Binn. Azazel, who would later be known as Iblis, or Satan, was at that time one of God's most devoted servants. He and his army of jinn successfully defeated the Binn, clearing the way for a new era. After the fall of the Hinn and the Binn, the jinn were given dominion over the earth. They, too, were a race created from smokeless fire and possessed free will. For a time, they inhabited the planet, but history was destined to repeat itself. Like the Binn before them, many of the jinn strayed from the path of righteousness, spreading mischief and corruption across the land. It was this second wave of chaos that set the stage for the creation of Adam. When Allah announced to the angels his plan to place a Khalifa, or viceroy, on earth, the angels questioned this decision, saying, "Will you place upon it one who will cause corruption therein, and shed blood, while we declare your praise and sanctify you?" Their concern, according to some interpretations, was born from the memory of the Hinn, the Binn, and the subsequent corruption of the jinn. They had seen what creatures with free will had done to the earth before. Thus, the story of the Hinn and the Binn serves as a powerful prelude to the human story. It establishes a recurring theme in Islamic cosmology, that the earth is a stage for trials, and that free will is a double-edged sword. The downfall of these pre-Adamic beings provides a profound context for the creation of humanity. It highlights the immense responsibility placed upon the shoulders of Adam and his descendants, and serves as a timeless warning against the very pride, corruption, and conflict that led to the downfall of the civilizations that came before us. It's a mysterious and humbling tale, reminding us that our chapter in the history of this world is just one part of a much grander divine narrative.